Mayong Buntag Wonders, welcome to the We Wonder podcast. I'm Cody, and here next to me is Izai. Together, we wonder the world, but currently, the Philippines. Although, at the moment, we are still stuck in Cebu City's lockdown. You can catch this show live on our YouTube channel on Saturdays at 8 a.m. Philippines time, other than not today because it's... We'll explain that in a bit. We're definitely very late today. Sorry about that, guys. Or Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're busy, you can always watch the video on demand later or listen to this on all your favorite podcast services. That's right, we are now on Apple Podcasts as well. We got the big one, guys. We did it. We're in. This show is still very new, and we're still shaping it into what we want it to be. If you have any suggestions for the future topics we can cover, segments you think would be cool on the show, or even fun, silly games that you make up that we can play, leave them in the comments or send your thoughts to wewondervlog@yahoo.com. Oh my gosh, guys, we're here. I'm so excited.
We're here.
Okay, I do see some problems already.
Yes, Chuck,
I still have the, for audio listeners, just so you know, we had a lot of stuff happen. I still have focus peaking on. How do I turn that off? Nope, that's not it. Hold on, guys. I'm going to try to turn... Okay, that's zebra. Zebras are off. There we go. Yeah, okay. Focus peaking is off. So no more weird red lines on us. What's up, guys? Before we get into this...
It was a really busy morning
do you want to explain what happened this morning? Why we're so late?
So, our cat... Our male cat and our female cat are now in heat.
Yes.
Yes. The first few weeks it was just our male cat. So our female cat is doesn't allow him to do it. But we noticed that last week it was she's ready for it.
Yes.
So we really have no choice. We cannot wait anymore.
We've been doing our best to separate them, but
yes. So yeah, before the lockdown, they are already scheduled to be fixed. But then because of the lockdown, we're not able to do that. So it's been canceled on us even though we already paid for it. So right now we got a different service, a different vet. And also, I'm not sure if you know this. If you're from Cebu, Shut Up and Purr, they are a service, a transfer service for animals. So we got their service so that they can bring our cats to the vet.
Yeah, we're using them to,
so
we can't do it.
Yeah, just this morning. So the schedule, we are really a little bit late on the schedule because the schedule was 8:30. They should be here, but it's because it's raining, so they're having difficulties in loading things up to in their car. So that's why everything's late.
It kept getting pushed back. We thought we were going to start this at 9, which is already later, but anyway, we're here now. Izai, just one thing I do want to make sure. Maybe you sound fine. You guys let us know in the chat if Izai sounds fine. But I've noticed that on watching it back, sometimes Izai's a little quiet compared to me, so just make sure you're really projecting into that mic. Okay. Izai's a singer. She's a singer, lagi. So she knows how to project. I just want to make sure it's good. We are trying to... actually, I'll get into our next new subject here really quick before I do that. Chuck says that we are only on 3/4 of the screen. Chuck, maybe you missed it last time, but this is how we do it now. This is just so, in case you didn't notice yet, that it shows the chat there for anyone to be able to watch it. Because not everyone watches this live. So for the people watching back later on YouTube...
They can see the chat.
Feel like they were involved. They know what conversations are happening.
Yes. All right. So
all right.
Hello from San Francisco.
Izai's volume sounds fine. Awesome. As long it's sort of a goal for both of us. I want to make sure Izai's loud enough that she's picked up, and then also I noticed sometimes I would either be too loud or I would get even low as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to just watch this monitor here. This is just until we can get both of us have a mic of our own.
Yeah, so. we have people from Austin, Texas, and is that Sarasota, Florida?
Oh, we have Greg from Indiana. Greg,
ooh, welcome.
I'm from Indiana. If you don't know, you might know already, but Okay, so we're going to get into this. Let's continue on with the show. If you guys are new here, we do like to try to... We're going to keep the chat in mind, keep looking at it in case anything comes up that we want to specifically shout out. Mm-hmm. But for the most part... Hold on, I'm having a weird... Oh, I do still have focus speaking on. Hold on a second. There, now it's off. But for the most part, we're going to have our talk with the chat closer to the end. But feel free to still write in. If you say anything that has something to do with what we're talking about, and we feel that it does add to the conversation, we will, of course, read it. It's not that we're just trying to ignore you guys. We just want to... we're still learning the show. But let's just get into it. I want to give a production update. This is something I want to start doing on the podcast every episode. So every episode I want to update you guys on what we've done to bring the show a bit closer to our vision of the show. Because obviously right now we just kind of started it up. This was the type of thing where it's like, we just need to do this. And we can't wait until the end of lockdown anymore, because when that ends we're going to be traveling and vlogging again. This is the time to start this show.
Yes.
So we just had to do it. But we do have a vision. So we did finally get our final logo, which if you guys were here for the intro, you saw that. If you weren't...
How is it?
Yeah, what do you think? If you weren't here for the intro, that logo is now the symbol for all the podcast apps, as well as it's in every thumbnail for all the podcast videos. That'll be a really good way, I think, to differentiate. But
Which one's podcast?
Yeah,
Which
once
one
we're
is a
traveling.
vlog? Yes.
Yeah, because once we travel again, it'll be lots of vlogs and then podcasts every now and then. That's a way for newbies to be able to say, "Oh, I'm not into the podcast," so they'll see that and be like, "I'm out." It's just an easy way. But we also created our first ever intro.
Yeah.
What did you guys think? I whipped that one up yesterday in Resolve, just messing around. It won't be our final intro, but it is a starting point. If you missed it, definitely check out the video on demand, because I think you guys, I hope you'll like it. I worked hard on it. I don't know. We are also, our Discord server that we've had some people asking us about is almost all set up, but, oh shoot, I forgot to test widgets. So Chuck just sent $5. Let's see if that pops up, Chuck, because I see that. Thank you very much, first of all.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if it's going to pop up. Let me test our... There, okay, cool. Widgets are working.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you so much, Chuck. That is awesome.
Thank
Seriously.
you.
And thank you for waiting around on us. I've seen that you've been here kind of waiting for the show.
for 30 minutes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Thank you so much for waiting.
But anyway, our Discord server that a lot of people have been asking about is pretty much fully set up, but I do still need to finish setting up all the rules. So that's why it's not posted yet, but you can expect probably next week I'll have an invite link for everyone who's interested in the Discord. It is my first experience having a Discord server, so any feedback on it would be appreciated. But the other things we want to update you on is the big changes that we're looking for next in the future. I saw somebody in the chat say that we each need our own mic, which is actually the very next thing we really want to update. So looking into the future, the first thing we want to update is our mic setup. We actually have this mic, and then Izai has a mic from being a singer that we can use, but it's an XLR mic.
Yes.
And this one is a USB mic. We can use both of those. We just need a controller set up in the middle.
Yeah.
To run everything through. So that's what we need to buy whenever we can get out of here again. Then we also are looking to improve our lighting setup and to buy an actual capture card, like the Cam Link is what I'm looking into, to improve our video quality even more, because right now we are just streaming off. GH5 has like a tether thing. So this just runs through a USB cord, so I can only get so good of quality on this, but...
Yeah, I can't see their chat. I can't see their chat. I need to use my phone to do that.
Oh, to look at chat. I thought you were saying, like it froze. Like things were... It's still good, right? Yeah, it's still good. Yeah. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Other than, we also, of course, want to set up a nice studio space once we can move to our place in Liloan. We've got really good ideas for that. We're going to get the lighting, the mics. We're going to have mics on arms and crap coming in the right direction, and it's going to be...
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Hopefully we can move to our new apartment so that we can set things up better, because here this is a really small space.
Yeah. So that is your production update for the week. What's our next topic?
It's a Bisaya word of the day.
Bisaya word of the day we thought
but we
was...
didn't. So the thought that we had is that I'm gonna list all the Bisaya word, and then Cody is going to like pick from the bowl or something.
Yeah, so we thought the Bisaya word of the week was cringy last week. When we're just like, Mao, ba? Mao, Jude? What's that mean? Use it in a sentence. And it's like, this isn't really that great. So, we had a question, what is MECQ, really quick. Just stick around. That is the topic of the show.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But anyway, so we thought it was cringy, the Bisaya of the word. So yeah, like Izai said, this was totally her idea. To have like a bowl, her write down not just a word, but like interesting phrases that I might not know.
Yes.
And then I'll pick it out and have to read it and say what I think it means.
Yeah.
Sort of like a game. Because that's one of the things I want to bring more into this is like fun games like that we can play with each other here on the show.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're gonna skip the Bisaya word of the day for now, because we haven't set that up yet. I've been so busy with work.
Yeah, Izai works a lot. And then, good morning, Dasani. What's up? So now we want to catch you up on everything that's happened since last week. Unfortunately, again, we are still locked down. So only so much can happen.
Season 4. Is it season 4 of lockdown or season 3?
I think we're on season 4. Lockdown season 4.
Lockdown season 4.
I'm not sure.
And then MECQ season episode 1.
Yeah. Lockdown season 4, MECQ episode 1. So I put out a new story time on the YouTube channel, which you guys can check out if you haven't seen it. It's about when my brother Chris and our friend Taylor and I back in 2017 had our first experience with the kindness of Filipinos, but also with seeing how far things can actually be in the Philippines, even when they look close on the map. Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
And everyone who's watched it seems to really enjoy it. People seem to really be into the new format, but like not a lot of people are clicking on it. So, but it's okay. Moving forward, I'm gonna start doing 2 of those a week because it's really all we can post right now. We've got to post something, and people do enjoy it. The people who watch it, and I'm not like.
It doesn't matter if there's not a lot of people who watch it, as long as the people who watch it enjoyed it.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we realize that our channel isn't a storytime channel. It's a vlog channel. So we get why some people might not click. So at least it's
still not a disservice to people who watch us or who click it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not wasting their time.
I hope not.
But that's the goal. That's our goal.
So I've done a lot of looking into it, and it looks like I have enough story times going all the way up through my first trip here to the last trip with Izai, and even some things that have happened in this 2020 season of our show. Altogether, I have enough stories to tell that if I do 2 a week, it will last us into October. And if we haven't moved to Liloan and are able to vlog again by October,
kill us.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. Like, I don't know what to say about that. I could do 1 a week how I was, but it's bad for the channel. It's a lot better for the channel if I can do 2 a week. That's an interesting. Hey, Whitney Olmo. Thank you so much for the sub. I don't think I've seen someone subscribe. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to Becoming a Wanderer.
Yes.
We had A. Logan say, you should have Izai do a story time by herself. Be great to see her thoughts on your videos from previous travels.
My thought is just he's bad.
Louder. What'd you say? Just make sure when you're speaking that it's getting into the yellow.
No, because I don't want to say it.
Oh, you don't want him to hear it?
Yeah.
She thinks it's bad.
No, it's not bad.
That we were bad.
No.
What?
You're fat.
Oh, that I'm fat. She keeps waiting for someone to comment, Cody, you've lost so much weight, and no one ever comments it.
Yeah. I'm just teasing him. It's not like I'm mean to him.
So the other thing that happened, we already kind of touched on, is that 2 of our cats started trying to bang it out. And so that was getting resolved this morning.
Yes.
With them at the vet. And other than that, we also... I started learning how to make music in Ableton. I'm looking forward to one day being able to make my own music to use in the videos. I just thought this is the time that I'm during lockdown. You know, I always wanted to to get more into making beats and that sort of thing, and use my own like samples from games and shows and stuff where I was growing up to put more of myself into the music. And I thought it would be really cool if one day I get good enough, I still have no idea what I'm doing, to be able to make my own music for the vlogs, at least some of them. I don't think I'll be able to put out enough for every vlog.
Yeah, instead of using other people's music, might as well produce our own music and use it for the vlog.
But I also thought it would be really cool to eventually make a totally free album that I just give out to subscribers of the channel to use for their own vlogs.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really cool way to give back to the community.
Yeah.
But this is way in the future, guys. I'm literally just learning how to even place drums to sound interesting at all in Ableton.
But it's very, very exciting because it's going to be, for me as well, it's going to be my outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we'd be able to, like, I'd be able to, like, compose lyrics, and then you can compose the music or the beat, and then we can put it in the
vlog.
In the vlog.
Yeah, I would love to make some... I mean, I'm very interested in, they say Cody looks like Skrillex, so it makes sense he learns Ableton. Do I look like Skrillex?
What is that?
Oh, he was the first, like, dubstep artist that got, like, really famous. That really, really blew up. He's still very famous, but, yeah. I don't think I look like him, but thanks, I guess. But I'm not really, don't know if I'm going to be making much dubstep. I'm really into lo-fi hip-hop, majorly, but who isn't nowadays, you know what I mean? Am I right? Izai's not really. But Izai is, like I've mentioned like 3 times on this episode, a singer.
Yeah.
So she hasn't had a good outlet. Well, we would just be cool to be able to make music that Izai sings on. And yeah. Like,
I've got a lot of I actually have a lot of lyrics to the songs. It's just that I guess this is really the time to do it, because I'm like, sometimes, most of the time, not just sometimes, it's like I really want to, like, there's like the music is in my brain, but it's because I don't know how to play any instrument, so I cannot put that into how do you say that, like,
physically created.
Yeah, physically created. It's just in my head.
Yeah, it's about bridging the gap. That's the same thing I learned when I was first learning to video edit. It's learning how to bridge that gap between what's in your brain
and how you can put it.
Yeah, and actually turning it into something. And from what I found,
have an output.
Yeah, from what I found, it's really just a lot of trial and error, like messing around a lot, making a lot of mistakes. But yeah, we were just watching your vlog. You were singing karaoke together in Leyte. Was it the one in Leyte, or was it
IT
Cebu?
Park.
Yeah, IT Park.
Yeah, the first time.
Might have been.
Second.
That was the first time I ever sang karaoke.
No. Was it the first video? Philippine video?
Oh, I think that's our second one.
Yeah, it's the second.
I think it's the one where I eat isaw. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like before I eat the isaw.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, what do you guys think of that? I think it's a really cool idea to have, because my dad, especially, he tells us all the time, put more Izai singing in your videos, you'll be famous. She's so good. And
he's my #1 fan and not Cody anymore.
Oh, I'm still a fan. I'm just saying, it would be very cool to get comments on our vlogs from new people who like don't know anything about us. Be like, what's that song? I really love it. Who's that singer? And be like, oh, it's the girl in the video.
Yeah.
She sang it, and the beat was made by the dude. I don't know. It sounds like a fun idea. Yeah. Okay, and then the other thing is just I've been setting up my life to be more strict. I wish Izai could do this as well, but she works too much. And it's up to you. You don't have to do anything. But I've been setting my life up to be more like a school recently. So every day I'm messing with studying Bisaya, learning Ableton. I learn a new thing in Resolve every day. I do a lesson online. I'm even studying to be able to spell better, because if you guys don't know, my spelling in English is atrocious. I'm so bad at spelling for some reason. And also working out, planning the future videos for We Wonder. Every day I'm on just this strict schedule, trying to create and really improve. I just think if we're really going to be in this lockdown for who knows how much longer, why am I wasting time? Like, why have we been wasting time just sitting around and complaining about being locked down? This is the time. Anyone else who's still out there who's quarantined or locked down, this is your chance. I saw something at the very, very beginning of lockdown that said, if you get through this whole lockdown and you didn't achieve the things you wanted, that can be achieved in a lockdown, like you don't have to leave, then it's not that you don't have time, it's that you don't have discipline. So the very first thing I started working on during the lockdowns was my discipline in general.
Oops, that's Babe.
Can you let her in really quick?
And then she's gonna ask to be let out again.
This cat just always scratches our doors. But yeah, I'm interested to know what you guys have been doing during lockdown. Like, this is such a good chance to just get so many things done and really improve. When we come back out of lockdown and we're back to vlogging again, I want to be able to show true improvement. Hi, babe. She's so tambok. Tambok kaayo? Huh?
Word of the day, tambok kaayo.
Tambok means fat. Tambok, very fat. Alright, guys. Enough about what we've been doing. Let's get into the main topic of the show. And the way I want to do this, because I loved how it went last time. Open the windows, Cody. Gamer wits, we cannot open the windows because, well, one,
you're not gonna see us.
You're not gonna see us the way backlighting works. We don't have good enough lights for that. But two, because we're using the tether from the GH5, for some reason it becomes extremely stuttery in the video. Like, you'll barely be able to see us. And that's one of the reasons we want to get an actual capture card. Yeah, I know the lighting is bad, gamer wits. I'm telling you, that's one of the big things we want to improve, but it's something we literally cannot control anymore right now. We've done everything on it that we can. I promise you, we've done everything we can currently. Chuck said, "Can Cody talk without almost hitting her? Are you Italian? Am I almost hitting you?"
I don't know. He's not hitting me.
That's crazy. If I go like this, it's like I'm not hitting. He's like, that's ridiculous. I see that AC Balti gave us $20. Thank you so much. And let's do business when the lockdown is over and I come to the Philippines. I don't know what you mean by that, but maybe. I don't know why it's not popping up on the screen.
It's a little bit late.
This was a while ago already, and it still hasn't popped up.
Oh really?
Oh, okay. So it's very late. Yeah. I don't know why it's so late, guys, but
whoop, whoop.
Okay. Okay, so let's get on to the topic of the show. The way I want to do this is, oh, seriously though, thank you for the $20. But anyway, the way I want to do this is, how it ended up last week. We really like how it went. So like I've said, we want to mostly talk to the chat at the end of the show, but we really love when we're doing the topic of the show to be able to get your guys' input and opinion and bring that into the conversation.
Yes.
That went so well last time. So it's not just us talking.
Yeah.
We want it to be us having a conversation with you about a specific topic.
Yeah.
So
this is really a really good outlet as well, because it's like we cannot be with other people because we're in lockdown. So this is our way of like really just talking with you guys.
And getting to talk to other people.
Yeah.
So this week's topic of the show is that, as you may have seen in the title and you may have seen in the thumbnail, Cebu City has been placed under MECQ, or Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine. So what does that mean?
Murag ECQ.
Murag? What's up?
Maybe ECQ?
Maybe ECQ? So what is MECQ, for those who don't know?
Modified, it's more of like, it's just it's still enhanced community quarantine, but it's modified. So there are a few things that they allow, like for example, instead of like 50% or like none at all, they're gonna go to like 50% of the employees can go to work or something like that.
In specific businesses.
Yeah. It's not like all businesses.
The thing about MECQ is like, so basically it's a step down. We're less quarantined now, but it's the smallest, most tiniest step down you can possibly take. Like, we still can't leave.
Yeah.
We still can't go out of the apartment with. There's still the coding system. It's still, I mean, pretty much weird how they name it. Here we go by phase numbers.
he said that not hitting, but more like fanning. What's fanning?
I'm fanning you when I'm moving my arms.
Oh.
You're getting some air.
Maybe I should tie his hands.
What?
So that he cannot-
What lagi? So I wanted to open this up. I want to actually read you guys what ECQ really entails. So we're going to switch here to our desktop view. Ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. Oh, you can see all my tabs. I don't know if I like that. Okay, so we're here on Cebu PH. I know it's not the number one most... I mean, they're trustworthy, but it's not like an actual news website. Basically, here's what they say ECQ, or MECQ is, the difference. It's limited movement within zones for obtaining services to work. This is all just really similar to ECQ. Maximum of 50% operations to selected industries will be allowed. Limited transportation for essential goods and services. Limited transportation for those going to work for essential services. And suspension of physical classes in all levels. It's not really so different.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't feel like... I mean, you've got the whole thing here. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with reading all of this, but that's basically the idea. It's just...
So that's the reason why a lot of people, when they announce it, they're still like, Murag ECQ. It's like, maybe ECQ.
Yeah, maybe it's just still ECQ.
Because, yeah, nothing's different, really.
It's cool, though, because this is their step down. Mm-hmm. This is our way to be like, we're one step closer to GCQ. Yes. I don't think anyone ever thought that we're going to go straight to GCQ from ECQ.
I guess it's those people who are really, really impatient right now. Like, they cannot take this lockdown anymore. They need to work. They need to go somewhere. Especially the locally stranded individuals.
Yeah.
Like, I know that a lot of them are still paying for rent and they don't have jobs and they cannot pay for themselves. And I see one in Facebook where the mayor said that they're not gonna give any financial help anymore to people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. While MECQ. So
let us know in the chat, guys, as we talk about this. What is your opinion on going to MECQ? Mm-hmm. Should we have stayed ECQ? Should we go lower? Is MECQ exactly where we need to be? Is this even actually a change? Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah. I guess in my head, I'm thinking, when I read that, I'm thinking, this is how the people cannot support the government, because the government can't support its people as well.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to be united.
It's a really hard time in Cebu. I mean, it's a hard time in the world. It's a really hard time in Cebu City. I mean, if you watch us, if you watch Finn, he's showing what's happening here as well. Mm-hmm. I think there's some other vloggers here as well. And you'll know that it's just, there's not a lot you can do. Your options are really limited. We're very over being locked down. But, what can we do? So, yeah. So it looks like we still can't leave, basically, is what we're saying. It's going to be another 15 days at least until we're allowed to leave.
Daghan og badlungon sa Cebu City. Yeah.
Daghan ug badlongon sa Cebu City. What's that mean? Daghan. Very, kind of, much.
There's a lot of hard-headed people in Cebu City. People who doesn't listen. Yeah.
I think Philippines is doing it a lot better than the U.S., so I can't complain. That's really tough to say because yes, the cases in the U.S. are bad. It's very high, and the U.S. is about to start forcing people back into school, and I've heard what's happening with the international students there. It doesn't sound like a very great situation in the U.S., but also the economy hasn't tanked, right? And the economy here is definitely taking a hit, right?
I guess.
I assume. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
I guess it's more of the tourism.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of tourists, obviously. and that's like the biggest like.
I guess the difference is in America, a lot of people and the government of America have decided like, just let people die. It's fine. And here they're still trying to like actually save lives. Feels like the difference. Chuck says if people are going to work, then it's a change. At least they aren't having to not work. Yeah, but it's not everybody, Chuck. It's in very select industries they can have up to 50%. It's really not many. It's not so much of a difference as it might seem. The big difference will come when we go back to GCQ.
Yes.
That's when malls open back up, things like that.
The malls are not open right now. Only the supermarkets and like essential stores.
And at 50%.
Yes, and at 50%. So, yeah.
Food checkouts open because they're at 50% staff, and it's really difficult to get through.
And there's
it.
a lot of people who needs
so
food.
many people in the groceries nowadays. Yeah, it's long lines. What does that say? Translation?
No. Read it first.
Is it Bisaya?
Yes.
Mga gahi? Let me read it over here. It's easier. Mga gahi man jud ulo mga taga Cebu City. Is this hard-headed of Cebu City again? Something about being hard-headed? Yeah. Pero hamok ug lawas.
Humok.
Humok ug.
Humok.
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 Humok
Yes.
ug lawas kay magsinulog gihapon sayaw bisan lockdown. So the something about body lawas sinulog gihapon sawa. That's dancing, right?
Sayaw.
Well, I cannot read, dude. Sayaw.
Sayaw.
Sayaw. What does it mean?
They just mean that Cebu, people from Cebu, most of the people are hard-headed, but they have a really, what's homo? Soft. Not soft. It's like because they can still like move
their body.
Yes. For sinulog.
It's because people like me are still bring food. My mom said that's not true. I'm not sure what part she was talking about. I guess where I said America's decided to sacrifice people.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on my phone because I'm talking to Shut Up and Fur.
Is this PLDT? Our internet is PLDT, yes. We're using PLDT, but we're using a Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi. And we have a dongle all the way out the window, and then I bought two USB 3.0 exterior labelia para matarong na ang tanan. Something about the mayor, something all.
Pukawa.
Izai doesn't translate for me, so I don't know what you mean.
Pukawa means wake him up.
Oh, wake him up.
It's one of the how do you say that? A term now. It's like, are you sleeping?
Oh. So, wake him up for before September ends. You know that one?
Yeah.
Green Day. And then, do people get unemployment or monetary help in the Philippines? I don't know. Do they?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
We don't know because Izai's not unemployed. She's still working.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I'm not a citizen here, so.
From what I know, it's mostly like it's mostly the people. For example, here in Cebu, only the voters are being given financial help.
Yeah, that's something I learned
know.
about. If you're not a voter in the city, like they don't.
It's
it
like
feels like they
care.
don't care. Yeah, they don't care about you.
Like...
We had that problem with the cats as well. Izai wanted to spay and neuter the cats a long time ago, but because her voter ID is in Southern Leyte, right?
Yeah.
So they wouldn't accept it.
Even though the cats are from Cebu.
Yeah, the cats are Cebu, born and raised in Cebu, but they wouldn't let her go.
Yeah, and they're rescued cats. It's not like I bought them somewhere. I just rescued them, and I felt like this, like it's a kind of help to the city to bring them there, but they won't accept it because I don't have the voter's ID.
Yeah, it's like, you know how many strays are running around this
Yeah.
this country and the city just specifically? Like, you don't want to just...
But yeah, there are other non-profit organization that can help you. That they're the ones who have the voter's ID, and you can just go to them and then ask them if you can like make a transaction with a city pound so that these cats can be fixed.
That's what we were doing before. We were using Happy Tails, fully connected, and it just disconnect.
What do I say?
Say we're working on reconnecting. We might be back. Okay, I think we're back. Guys, let us know if we are back. Unable to connect to chat. I'm going to refresh this one. Have no idea why it stopped. This is our problem here. It literally, our internet didn't disconnect. Nothing actually disconnected. It still said connected, but I couldn't load up any pages. I had to unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, it's back. Roy Rendon, after this lockdown in Cebu City, I will really go to your place and have pictures of the two of you. I'm your fan. I know your place.
Well, Roy, we're moving. We're moving as soon as this is over.
Well, good luck.
That is...
That's funny. Like, we'd love it. Yes, we'd love it to have a picture with you.
I would love to have a picture, but I also don't know if I like people coming to our door during a pandemic.
After. He's saying after.
He said after lockdown. After the pandemic's over. Not that I don't trust you. Guys, let us know where we left off. I was reading when I noticed someone telling me to get my stimulus check. Don't worry, all that went through. My tax return already did all that. It's probably the only reason I'm still here in the Philippines. I think I'd probably be out of money without that tax return and the stimulus check already. Yeah. So I'm praying to Trump. Give me another stimulus check. Apparently they were going to talk about it at the end of this month. I'm hoping they still will. Please, please, please.
My mom is calling.
Are you serious? You might have to tell her we're in the middle of a podcast. Hold on, guys.
Ma. Oh, pag mag-chat lang tama kay nag-podcast pa mi. Nag-live mi sa YouTube. Sige. Bye, I love you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So the other thing we wanted to talk about on this, I don't know if the chat made it before disconnecting. Oh, man. You didn't see the original segment. We saw that you were here. We were shouting you out and talking to you, but
yes,
I guess
sorry.
It disconnected. It's hard for us to tell if it's disconnected because the only thing that changes is one little thing down in the corner. Mm-hmm. And it says reconnecting, but it's the same color. There's no big sign that anything has happened.
Yes.
That's why I wish you could just leave up your... Izai is, of course, busy right now because of the cats, but I wish you could just leave our thing up so we can see. Sana all, not I stimulus check. Yes, dude, Sana all. So good. It's one of the things that does make me feel good about being from America is the stimulus check. That is so nice. Even though a lot of my friends back home, a lot of people I know are complaining like, only $1,200 check? This is bullcrap. This isn't enough. Just pays for my rent. It's like, guys, here in the Philippines, they're not giving him anything.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I know.
Like, we got $1,200. That's amazing. Like, I was over the moon happy about that, and I'm so glad, like, I'm still here because of that. Thank you. Another one would go so far.
Hopefully.
Come on, Trump. Come on. Hook a brother up. We're good. Did you say Jesus?
Huh?
Jesus.
Where? I can't see it.
Jesus. On the chat.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus asked how we are. We are all right. It was a stressful morning getting everything set up, but now we're here. You better not leave. You might not be able to come back. That's up to... I don't want to get into this. It was a whole thing we complained about too much the first time or the last time I was here, but that's up to my wallet, whether I have to leave or not.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Don't worry, I will not allow him.
I don't know how she can say that, but if money's gone, money's gone. But I'll be able to come back.
I'll be your sugar mama.
As far as when I'll be able to come back, I don't know. But if I do have to leave, eventually, I'll be able to re-enter the country. I hope, right? It's actually worked out so good. This is a story we never told, but originally, there was the thought that I might not make it back to the Philippines this time until March.
Yeah.
We really, really threw that around because Izai was talking about going on another trip. Have you talked about who you worked for the musical? Is that public?
Yeah, it's fine.
Siddhartha? It's fine?
Yeah.
So she was talking about going on another trip with Siddhartha. They went to South America. She was really, really interested in going on that trip with them, and it would have lasted up to March. I was working. I was making a lot of money, guys. I'm not going to deny that. It would have given me 2 more months, which would have meant probably thousands more dollars that I could have had gone so much further here. But I'm so glad we didn't do that because I came anyway because I just wanted to do Sinulog. That was the whole reason I came in January instead of March.
Instead of waiting.
But if we would have waited, we've talked about this before, then the virus would have hit. Lockdown here started March 15th. I might have seriously not made it back into the country at all. So if we would have tried to wait, there's a good chance none of the videos would have ever happened. This podcast probably wouldn't exist. None of this would happen. I wouldn't be here with Izai right now. We would be locked away, LDR, for an unknown amount of time.
Yeah.
We got so lucky.
And I wouldn't have a job.
You wouldn't have a job? Oh, yeah. She only got her job because she decided not to go with the musical.
Yeah.
And then she would have probably been in a really bad place with the virus hitting.
For sure.
Like, your job is...
Oh, my gosh. I'll be depressed right now because I don't have money.
Yeah. You'd have a virus here, no money. I'm locked away. We aren't vlogging, so the channel's fully dying. It would have been really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
So we got lucky. So we cannot complain.
Yeah, we got crazy lucky. Let me just make sure this is still going. Okay. Anytime the chat gets slow. Oh, could not maintain a smooth stream. As long as it's still streaming, I don't care if it's smooth. So I just woke up, so I'm just gonna lay back and enjoy watching this. Enjoy it. OG Sig bin. OG Sig.
Get your morning coffee.
Jesus said they work from home doing chores. So the other thing is, the only other thing we wanted to mention during this topic of the show, before we move on to the next segment, is that we are very lucky because our apartment here is offering a 2K discount.
Wouldn't matter anyway if we move to Liloan because that's so much cheaper there.
Going to Liloan's a 6K discount for us.
Yes.
So, and we were asking, we're like, why are they just now?
Yeah, we're not complaining though.
We're not complaining, but
we're
it's
just
like,
wondering.
It's like season 4 of lockdown. They're just now bringing out a discount because that's what the guy said when I was down there. He said it was because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I guess it's because a lot of the tenants here are moving out of the city, and they just realized that maybe because the people here cannot afford this place anymore, so they're moving to a cheaper place.
As soon as we were in GCQ last time, we saw multiple people.
Whoop.
They got out
quick. Bye, Felicia.
We were too slow, or we would have been out too. And we've already told our landlord, or the guy. I don't know if he's actually our landlord, but the guy who is in charge here. We've told him, yeah, we're planning to move. We already have another place. And then he's coming at me, discount. It's like, kuya. Do you have 6K discount, kuya? It's just funny because it's 6K cheaper to live in Liloan, and it's 3 times the size of this place. It's, oh my gosh, I wish we could be there. Goodbye, Jesus. I'll see you later.
Bye. Good night.
Pamahaw sa mo duha, oy. Pamahaw breakfast? Breakfast with us? What? What's breakfast? This is breakfast.
He's saying we should get our breakfast first.
Oh, we ate.
Yeah.
We ate some pan init.
Pan init.
It was good. G-Boy said, did you have a story time yet about your visa situation in the Philippines? Like, how does it work if you want to stay more than 30 days? I don't have a story time for it, but if you want to stay more than 30 days, normally all you have to do is go to immigration and extend. I've done a video about extending.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it said on our thing that it's a little stuttery.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but as long as it keeps playing. And I think we're really far behind.
Yeah.
There's a huge lag right now, guys. I think we're literally like 2 minutes ahead of the chat. But anyway, yeah, as far as the visa right now, that's another thing I could honestly talk about is apparently I might be screwed on my visa. We were told time and time again by multiple other vloggers, the Bureau of Immigration was putting out stuff saying if you're a foreigner stuck in the Philippines during the lockdowns, you don't have to extend. There'll be no penalty as long as you extend within 30 days of ECQ ending. Well, now this other guy who's in Mandaue and he's able to get to the Bureau of Immigration, he's making a video showing this paper saying that basically now I'm going to be I'm going to have to pay a fee.
For late fees.
Yeah, a late fee. It's like, I'm trapped in Cebu City. How am I supposed to get to Mandaue? Like, we cannot leave. So, I don't really know what's up with that. But, alright. We're gonna move on to our next topic of the show, which is... What?
Your feet.
What?
You're becoming a Filipino.
It's comfortable.
Raising your feet.
Comfortable lagi? Comfortable, eh?
Before he's asking me, like, why do you like raise your feet when you eat? And now he's doing it.
Can you stay close to the mic, please? Sorry. I feel bad like telling Izai what to do with the mic during the middle of the podcast. I just want to make sure it sounds right for you guys. But yes, I'm becoming Filipino. Filipinos all eat with their foot up like this.
Yeah.
On the chair. It's always like, and then with the rice, getting the rice. And I'm like, what?
Now it's comfortable for you.
Yeah, it's because I've been doing so much Filipino squatting. Okay, so we're going to show our fan art. You guys have seen this one 2 other times, but it's finally complete. It's finished. My brother finished. This is our new logo.
Yeah, we're really laggy.
Yeah, I know we're very behind. Boom!
Whoop whoop!
What do you guys think? It's done? It was in the intro?
Yeah, colored and everything.
Looks beautiful, man. I love it. Thank you so much, Chris. I don't think you're watching this, but his girlfriend helped him a little bit too she colored our clothes and everything.
Yeah,
so
good.
It actually looks just like us. It's amazing.
It really is.
Let me know what you guys think. I wish we were not so lag. I wanna hear their reactions while we're looking at it, but if you guys are on podcast services, the art we're looking at is the art for the podcast itself, so you can just look at our cover art for the podcast. This was, like I said, designed by my brother. He made it for us for $20K.
Yes, we're back. I think we're back.
We never left. I think they're just now seeing the art. Okay, guys. We're going to answer some questions now. We're going to move on to answering the questions that were submitted to us. And after that, start asking questions in the chat, guys, because we're going to move on to just talking straight to you guys after this part. So any questions you've got, line it up. You can submit questions if you're not able to be here in the show or you think your question will be missed. The chat's a little bit slow today, so I don't think anyone's going to miss their question. But
yeah.
You can always submit a question in the Google form. There is a link at the top of the description where you can submit for that.
Spam us with your questions.
Yes, spam us. Spam questions right now. If you're watching on YouTube, or you can also send your questions to wewondervlog@yahoo.com. Hit us up in there for your chance to be featured in the show. We also now have started to post a community post a couple of days before the podcast goes live every week where you can ask your questions there as well. So if you want to just do everything straight on YouTube, you can ask them there.
Yeah.
The reason we don't take questions in the comments of the old videos, like the comments of this one, I don't know why. I guess you can ask questions there too. It's just I'd have to gather them before the show. I can't really look at it during. It's just more work for me, but it's not a big deal. I'll do it. It's fine. Just ask your questions anyway.
Original Sigbin said you should do merch with this.
Original Sigbin, I like the way you're thinking because we were already thinking the exact same thing. Chris already made it big. He made it PNG, perfect, everything. It's designed to be put on a shirt.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. Spoiler alert.
I'm just worried because it has our face on it. I wanted to just like We Wonder so that in their t-shirt it's like We Wonder. Like
we can have that too. You don't have to just have one merch.
I know.
Back when I did convention reviews, my number one selling merch was a chibi like those of just me holding like a camera. It was similar. It's not exactly the same, but it was similar. And it just said ACR. It didn't even say convention reviews. And I saw multiple people wearing that at cons. Like, people like those little types of designs. They're cool. Okay, so I'm opening up the questions now. Yeah, I think in the future I'm just gonna ask your questions anywhere you can ask them, and I'll gather them all together. Okay, we have 2 questions here on Google. Oh, I need to go by individual. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it will be better another way. John C. says, what's your official email address for business? I might have something for you. John C., our email is wewondervlog@yahoo.com.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know what you got for me, but I'll take a look at it. Send it my way, at least. I'll look at it. And our next question is Jeffrey. Jeffrey says, what was life like for Cody and Izai prior to meeting each other? If you didn't have We Wonder, what would you
be doing
if you were locked down due to COVID?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe we touched base on that a while ago.
Did we?
Yeah, I'm saying that if it didn't happen.
No, but he is asking what if we didn't meet? All right, well, first question. There were basically 2 questions.
Okay.
What was life like for each of us prior to meeting? You want to go first? What was your life before the ray of sunshine? That is me.
Whatever. So, I'm part of a musical here in Cebu. It's the longest running original Cebuano musical. Here in Cebu, it's called Siddhartha the Musical. So I'm part of that.
She was the leading role.
No, I don't.
In my eyes, she was the leading role.
So yeah, I think I would still be. I'm technically still part of it, but right now it's locked down, so everyone's just in their house, and I'm not sure, but most of them are still trying to find work. So for me, I guess if I didn't meet Cody, I'd still be with the musical for the South American tour, and then come back here by March, and then I'll have no job.
You'll probably be locked down with your mom.
Yeah, with my mom.
At the other place where you were staying.
And I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the cats as well.
That's what I was about to say. Would we have these cats?
I'm not sure, maybe, but it wouldn't be like this, 'cause 5 of my cats, they're all rescued. So they're just staying in the streets. So I'm just feeding them like every day outside the house. So they wouldn't be an indoor cat. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be like this.
But before you met me too, it's not just you were part of this musical. You went to America with the musical.
Yeah, I'm doing like cool stuff, I guess. Cause like touring outside the Philippines. We went to the U.S. We had a tour there around North America, and then we went to Taiwan and Indonesia, and then there are 2 trips I missed because I met Cody, which is Malaysia and South American tour. So yeah, I would have been in those countries if I didn't meet him.
For me, if I didn't meet Izai, I think my life would be very different. So before I met Izai, we started really talking when I was in Australia.
Yeah.
During my trip there with my brother and his girlfriend, or just my brother, my bad. We tried to pretend like she wasn't there. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But with 2 other people, I was in Australia. And the goal was to stay there for a year, find a job, do all this. And while I was there, I didn't meet Izai. I already knew who you were.
Yes.
But we started really talking and hitting it off. And it's not Izai's fault that I left Australia, but we did get into talking a lot about future plans with traveling the Philippines and all of this. So basically what was happening was I was noticing that my videos in Australia were performing very poorly compared to the videos I had done in the Philippines in the past. I already wanted to come back to the Philippines, but this made me want to go back even further, or even more. But I don't know if I ever would have done it alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I had the balls to solo travel the Philippines. And not only that, I'm an introverted personality. So coming here alone would have been really, really hard for me. And then I got to know Izai, and I thought, maybe I can do this. And I decided I think I'd rather go to the Philippines than stay in Australia. But I was still wanting to finish out my Australia trip.
But you did.
No, to finish out the whole year.
Oh.
I was still wanting to do the whole year, planning to get a job, then use the funds from that year to come here. So if I had never met Izai, I probably would have... Well, the only reason I left is because the money was looking bad. I couldn't get a job. I was having a really, really hard time. So if I had never met Izai, I think what would have happened, I would have stuck it out even harder, really dug in. I would have gotten so desperate. Either I would still not have found a job and I would have went back home and who knows what I'd be doing. Or I would have stuck it out in Australia. Yeah, found a job, would have never gone and traveled Australia and Hawaii by myself, which would mean I never would have filled up my credit card, so I'd never be in credit card debt.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, but I'm happy with the way it went.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it for sure.
Yeah.
And
I think it helped us financially as well. Because, you know, if we didn't have these plans, of traveling, I wouldn't have this reason to really look for a job that can provide me money so that we can save up.
Yeah, I think it all really worked out very well for us. Obviously, it could work out better. We could be rich and famous and have no worries in the world and live in a big giant place and what's the rich area in Cebu?
Busay in Maria Luisa.
Yes, we live in Maria Luisa. And no, just play. But as far as where I think I would be during the COVID lockdown, if I didn't know Izai, I would probably be
with your parents.
Yeah, I think I would be at home in Indiana with my parents.
Be with our parents.
Yeah, and I would probably be, I don't know if I want to say I'd be depressed. I've never been one that deals with depression really hard, but maybe I think I would definitely be struggling emotionally because I'd be very afraid to get a job during all of this, that I might catch it, and not because of I would die, but because I live with both my parents are in their 60s. They're prone to the virus. I'd be afraid I could become a carrier, give it to them, and then... So I don't know what kind of job I would want to get. My skills and the things that I've learned would not be as developed. I think I'd probably be sitting around playing a lot of video games and getting fat. If I'm being real. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom mentioned visiting Peru. Yes.
I was thinking that. You didn't mention about
that.
Peru.
Was actually... Well, I don't know if it would have happened still, because I really wanted to come back to the Philippines after going to Australia. And since we really met... technically started talking like that in Australia, I think there's a chance I would have ended up in Peru by now. But yeah, Peru was and still is really big for me on my list. But now I'll get to go with Izai. We get to go see Caddy's home country. So we only got one question. Guys, drop the questions in the chat. This is the part of the show.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Drop your questions, but before you do, go ahead. But before we read them, we're going to do our Oh no, wait. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm really so sorry. Drop your questions anyway. I've got to read the community post questions. I forgot we do so I'm gonna start gathering these all up beforehand in the future. One question on the community post.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there?
Just one. Yeah, definitely. This is not ideal having to load all these up. Dong Hyun Cho, does the government give financial help to the citizens who are jobless?
Which government?
In the Philippines,
The
I'm
Philippines?
pretty sure. They've got them in the Philippines, right? Do they? We don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe?
I've heard that there are people who got financial help, but it's not everyone. So it's chosen. From what I've heard, they're saying that it's only those that are like, if they know the barangay captain, the chief of the village, if they know them, then they will get it. They will get a financial help. But if not, then you're not gonna get it. But I'm not sure if that's true. I cannot confirm that. But yeah.
So it's a lot of like corruption, politics going on.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right, so that's all those questions. We're gonna go ahead and do our recommendation before we get to hanging out with you guys live in the chat. This week's recommendation
Is
yeah, you go ahead and read the well, I'll intro it, then you read our recommendation.
okay.
Every episode, we want to recommend something to you. This can be another channel, a video, a show, a book, or whatever. We want a good amount of these to be other creators. If you have any suggestions for creators to recommend, leave it in the comments or shoot us an email at wewondervlog@yahoo.com.
Or you can also follow us on our Instagram and leave your comments there.
Just
or
tell us
message.
anywhere.
Yes.
Message us anywhere and say, I'm submitting this creator to be a recommendation.
Okay.
So-
Show them our Instagram handles.
Oh, you want to see our Instagram handles? My bad. I forgot that I can do this. Boom!
So there, We Wonder Vlog, and also We Wonder Pa More for his personal IG, and my personal IG is Isided. And
That
so
is
yeah,
spelled,
just
that is spelled Izaited. Isided.
Isided.
Yeah.
So you can leave us a comment there or message us for your questions and suggestions.
So,
And for today's or for this week's recommendation, we recommend Brett Maverick. Although Brett is so big, like he is bigger than us, but still we really love his content.
yeah, I wanted to recommend it because there always happens to be, every time I mention a big creator when I'm doing something like this, somebody's like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So I guarantee this is going to get to somebody, whether they're in the stream, whether they're listening to it in the podcast, whether they're watching the video later, who's going to go, I don't know who Brett Maverick is. So Brett Maverick is our recommendation because he's been our favorite lockdown creator.
Yes.
He has really taken this chance to improve his videos.
For sure.
Like,
I mentioned this to Cody before when Brett was still starting and I watched his vlog. I cannot binge watch his vlog yet.
yeah, me either.
Yeah, they are funny. Like the one vlog is funny and then you start to watch the next video of his or next vlog of his the same day. It doesn't feel funny anymore. So I try to watch it like one day at a time. But right now it's really good. It improved a lot.
Yes, because now I feel like I could binge them.
Yeah.
His his lockdown vlogs are so good, and I love what he's doing. Hang out with Boding all the time. I think it's fun. I mean, he's just going around CDO area and giving out tuna pies, but it's awesome. I love seeing Butter.
Yes, I love Butter.
Brett is really, really, of all the creators out there, man. Brett is so. He feels, we haven't met him, so we don't know 100%, but
You've met him.
Okay, we did meet him. Sorry. We have met Brett, but we don't know him
Yeah.
on a personal level. So we can't say that he's truly authentic, but he feels so authentic. And if he's not authentic, he's got me fooled. Because it comes off really, really well. I really love it.
Yes. And no hate to purebred dogs, but I really love the fact that he chose to have butter.
Yes.
Which is an Aspen.
It's so amazing.
It's I feel like it gives people the encouragement to adopt Aspen, local breed dogs.
And especially because you can see it and you can see what a good, awesome dog butter is. And so people who maybe were hesitant about adopting the local dogs are like, you know what? They're not so bad. Because you see them out and they can be wild, they can be rough and dirty because they're living on the street. If they're really taken care of, they're great dogs.
They
really,
are
really great.
really cute and loving.
Joe Banana says Brett is cute but nauseating. Is that the right word? Am I reading that right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how he's nauseating.
Bread is cool, but it's all about butter.
Yes, butter number one.
Yes.
I follow Butter's Instagram. Never regretted it. Her eyebrows are amazing.
I pointed the eyebrows to Cody, and then he's never unseen it.
Yeah, Butter's.
Never since.
Look at Butter's key line next time you're watching, and you'll be like, "Wow, they are on point." Okay, guys, we're gonna get into these questions here in the chat. This is the part where we've got them. It's not many were left. This is the point in the podcast, in the show, where we just hang out with you guys, talk to you guys, see what's going on. This could last who knows how long. As long as we've still got questions coming in, we'll keep answering them. So I'm gonna go all the way up to A. Logan, who asked forever ago. Izai, what is your favorite city you visited while in the U.S. and what was your thoughts about things in the States?
I mentioned this to you before as well. I really love Houston.
Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
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 Houston. Yeah, Houston. Yeah, I really love Houston. I love the architecture. I love how big the place is. I love the weather. It's not too cold and it's not too warm, but they said that in the summer it's gonna be very, very warm.
Well, yeah, you were there in January?
No, December.
December or November?
November, December, something around those years.
Yeah, that's why it's not too hot, not too cold. Texas.
Yeah, but I really, really love the architecture, the buildings and everything. It's so, so cool.
Izai was sending me pictures then, and I was like, man, I've never been to Houston, but this is awesome.
And I guess it's one of the things where it's here in the Philippines, from time to time, most of the time, you can see a lot of trash everywhere, but there it's wow, it's so clean. It's like Korea. Korea is so clean as well.
In Houston?
Huh?
In Houston it was like that?
Yeah.
Or America in general?
Houston. In New York is, I grew up in the city, but New York is too much for me, I guess.
I've never been still.
New York looks like Cebu, Manila, but cold and
well, it was winter. It was winter, that's why it's cold. Don't forget that.
But yeah. And Times Square is it's very colorful because there's a lot of lights, but then we were thinking at that time, it's this looks like Divisoria with a lot of big buildings and lights, but yeah.
And what were your overall thoughts about the States? What was your takeaway when you left America?
I guess what I realized is that there's still a lot of things that I need to see. It's it's like it opens up a whole a bigger world for you to explore. It's because I've lived in the Philippines my whole life, and then I haven't really traveled that much yet. But when you go to first world countries, it's there are things that you realize that first world countries are doing that third world countries are not doing, and it's working for the first world countries. And then I feel like that's the reason why the third world countries are not are not first world countries, because of these things. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like going to first world countries, you get a lot of you realize a lot of things, you learn a lot of things, and you think that, oh, maybe this could be applied to our countries as well. Maybe it would make things better.
But that's how I feel the other way around. Coming to third world countries, I see, like, at least coming from America, where in America people tend to think that we're a first world country, everything we do is right. Everyone should be following us. So coming to third world countries for me opened my eyes to, like, there are a lot of other ways things can be done, and it doesn't have to be the way that I've always grown up with, and it can be even better. So I guess it goes both ways.
Yeah, it's like we learn from each other.
I don't think it should be about first world or third world. It's just about learning from other countries in general. Man, we went hard on that question. Al J Gomez says, "How's your Bisaya, Cody?" Akong Bisaya, akong Binisaya, dili maayo.
Dili kaayo ma.
Dili ka maayo. What?
Dili kaayo maayo.
Dili kaayo maayo. Yeah. Dili kaayo maayo. Pero, is it nagtuon ko tanan adlaw. Every day, not all day.
You just say, nagtuon ko pirmi. Kada adlaw.
Permi?
Pirmi.
Pirmi?
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
So, nagtuon ko
Pirmi.
pirmi.
Or kada adlaw.
Kada adlaw?
Every day.
Every day. Kada? Is
Kada
every?
adlaw.
Kada adlaw. Kada's every?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's an important one to know. Yeah, I study every day, but we're getting there. Did you have a question up there or something? I saw you found something.
No.
Oh, I thought you were saving one. Okay, Scorpio 7 said, hey, I'm a Scorpio. It said, what are your thoughts about all the progress, build, happening in the Philippines? Like the development? I really don't know. I don't have a big opinion on this. The only thing I have an opinion on when it comes to progress and like building new things and new areas is with tourist areas in general. So I think of places like Siargao, which I know I haven't been to yet. But from when you hear people talk about Siargao, it's like it used to be this like surfer secret. It used to be this awesome little place, and now it's been built up into tourist central, and it's only going to get bigger as it becomes the next Boracay. So that's the only thing I really have any thoughts on when it comes.
I missed that question.
You weren't listening? I said,
I wasn't listening to the question.
What are your thoughts on all the progress, build, happening in Las Filipinas?
Oh, I listened to your answer and I...
Oh!
Scorpio
7.
7. Thank you so much for donating. Whoop,
Literally answering his question right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
it means
you.
a lot. Okay, anyway, your answer.
So yeah, I'd say the same thing.
Oh. You just really think about the tourist spots. That's just where we're at right now. So I guess that's...
Yeah, because we're wandering
Yeah.
to tourist spots.
A. Logan said, oh, this is where... We're so far behind the chat. This is where they're talking about Brett. Said, I just started watching Brett when you mentioned him earlier in the lockdown. Seriously, see, that's what I mean. Brett's huge, but people seriously might not know. It's so crazy. It's really crazy how you can, like... For example, I'm sure we have viewers who found us off of our Cebu guide. And they don't watch Philippine vloggers. But they found us, and so they subbed off of that. And so we're the only one they watch. I guarantee we have subscribers like that. So, just help raise everybody up. Everybody needs to get big. Everybody's doing awesome things. Brett's cute but nauseating. We read that. Scorpio 7 said, Aspens are so loyal and loving. One of the best dogs if at home. I agree, man. We don't own an Aspen, but we lived with one.
Yes.
Kiara. In Leyte. I only lived with her for 2 months, but dude, I love that dog.
You just hate her when you're sleeping.
Oh, at night, she goes outside, and she just barks with the other dogs. They all just bark into the air. Like,
Yeah.
guys, stop barking at nothing. Why are you all barking at each other and not like they hear? So like one dog will bark and it's like Kiara can't be outdone. So she's like one dog will be like, woo, and so Kiara will be like, woo, and then the other dog can't be outdone either. She's like, woo, woo, and then Kiara's like, woo, woo, and it just keeps going. It's like, Kiara, stop. But dude, she is awesome. She is such a good dog. She'd walk all the way.
is.
Yeah, she'll walk so far with us, like, and then we'll lose her. We're like, oh, Kiara's gone, and then we come back to the house and she'll just show up hours later. Like,
Yeah.
where have you been? But she can find her way back. So cool. So cool.
Oh, there. It's you have a new question on Google form.
Yeah, I was gonna get to it in just a sec. I'm just going in order here.
Okay.
So the last one, before we get to Original Sigbin's question that he submitted in the Google form, just to clear that up, Original Sigbin, the Google form and basically not answering in the chat is only for people who are not watching live.
Yes.
This is so that they can have their chance to have their questions answered as well, and not just like you don't have to make it during the live show. So to anybody who's here, we always answer questions at the end.
Yes.
So
just feel free to like drop all your questions there.
yeah. So even if you're in the chat, if you're watching the live stream but you know you're going to have to leave before the end, you can put your question in the Google form and we'll see it and answer it at the end so you can see it on the video on demand later. That's sort of what the thought of this is. As we do this more, everyone will get used to it. So Saeed Mohammed says, hey Cody, I'm pretty new to your vlog, so my question is, what made you move to the Philippines? Did you move to the Philippines? What made me come to the Philippines originally was watching Los LeBlanc's videos and seeing how beautiful the Philippines was. We just wanted to travel in general, so we picked this country, and also because we knew they spoke English here. That was a big factor for our first time traveling somewhere. What kept me coming back is I really love the Philippines. I think it's a great place for adventure. I'm really adventurous, so perfect for me. And then also Izai kept me coming back as well once I got to know her and we started dating and all that. As far as did I move to the Philippines, I never intended to actually be like, I moved to the Philippines. But now I'm locked down here in Cebu. This is the life I know at this point, is living in this city and now trying to move to another city. It's like, and I have permanent things here. I mean, Izai's here. I have cats here. I own this desk. I own this monitor. Like, I've bought things that aren't going back to America with me.
Yes.
So in a way, it feels like I've half moved to the Philippines and half haven't. Like, I still have, I guess in a way I have. Like, I have my home back home and I have a home here. I don't feel like coming here like I gave up my home back home. It just feels like I have two now.
Yes.
I'm really split, I guess. Okay, so Original Sigbin had said my question's in the form. Yeah, he submitted it. Can you read it?
Okay. It's me, Sigbin. Being together for some time now and being stuck 24/7 with each other, what are the things you don't like or gets irritating with one another? Next question. Okay, first question first.
Okay. We've answered this before.
Yeah. This morning, what got me no, not this morning.
Last night.
Last night, what got me irritated is that I guess it's because I grew up with like here. I'm not sure with other households, but with my mom, I grew up like we have separate things for like, for example, you have rugs. Is it rug or rag?
Rag.
Rags.
Rags.
Okay, rags for like the cats or like for the floor, for the kitchen. So it's different. So the rags that you used for the kitchen, it's not gonna go like the counter. It's not gonna go on the floor, and then your like your clothes and everything. It's not gonna go on the floor. It's gonna go to the laundry basket right away. So what happened last night is that Cody threw our what's that, towels, like our sweat towels on the floor
From working out. We'd been
from working out. Yeah, so he just threw it directly on the floor in our restroom.
Into the restroom where we're about to wash them. This is the thing, to me. She got mad that I did that because she didn't want me throwing them on the floor.
Yeah.
Because it's dirty. But to me, it was like, the rags are already dirty. They're literally headed to be washed.
But they're not rags. They're our towel. They're meant for our face.
But to me, it was like,
it's not used for anything, but just
but they're gonna be washed, is what I'm saying. The next time they touch our face, it will have been washed. So this is a thing that irritates Izai, is that I can't.
Yeah, I'm just too OC and
OCD.
Yeah, OCD, but and also, Cody calls me that I'm a germaphobe.
Izai's she has germophobic tendencies. I'm not gonna say she's full of a germaphobe for sure. There's way, way, way worse. She definitely has tendencies of a germaphobe.
Yeah.
I don't know because she's really the only Filipino that I know this well. I don't know if this is the culture or if it's just her.
Yeah.
I can't tell. What irritates me about Izai, being with her 24/7, is I've mentioned this before, and this is a really dumb thing to get irritated by because she's just working hard, but I get irritated by her overtime. Like she overtimes an hour to 2 hours every single day working. And
it's not required.
It's not required. It's not even asked. Her boss is like, log off, please. Like, go enjoy your time off. Stop working. But she just keeps working. and I guess it only irritates me because I know she's working very hard and it's commendable. She's doing a very great job at her job. She's doing awesome. But it's like, man, I just wish she could enjoy things more. I guess if because her job stresses her out. And I wish she had more time to do other things she enjoys. Like, have a hobby. I think hobbies are extremely important. It's in life. But, yeah. I don't know. That's one that gets me. Like, by the time she logs off every day, we're already literally setting up for bed. And then she just goes back to work again immediately in the morning. And it's, yeah. I don't know. And his other question?
Why do I have to ask question here?
Oh, I already
explained.
answered
this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's scroll up.
Thank you, Original Sigbin, for that question.
Yeah, I hope you're still here to hear the answer. Low Alp. How does this itinerary sound for a 2-week trip? Cebu, Bantayan, Leyte, and Mindanao. Wow. Or should I cut out maybe just the 2 islands? Oh, God, dude. Cut out Mindanao and Leyte on a 2-week trip.
Yes.
Unless you're going to just spend 2 weeks in Mindanao or just spend 2 weeks in Leyte. Hit Cebu hard. So do Cebu, Bantayan, and then if you really want to do a different island, jump over to Bohol if you've never been to Bohol. If you've been to Bohol, go down to Siquijor. That area is easy for 2 weeks. If you're going somewhere like Leyte, somewhere like Mindanao,
yeah, 2 weeks is not enough.
You're not spending enough time.
Yeah.
Unless you're willing to just see only the biggest spots, in which case, I can't speak for Mindanao because I haven't been there, but is Leyte really worth it? I don't know if Leyte is worth it to just go see the biggest spots because it's going to be hard for you to get to the coolest stuff in Leyte. It takes time. Huge areas.
It is. Especially if you don't have a motorbike or like your own vehicle.
Because it's hard to rent a motorbike in Leyte. You're
gonna spend a lot of money if you're gonna rent a driver and a habal-habal.
This is why I was hesitant and it took me so long to make a Leyte guide because I wasn't sure if I should really... I obviously changed my mind and made it, but I was questioning, is it a good idea for me to put out a guide on where to go in all these places, knowing that transportation's hard there and that it takes a long time to get anywhere?
Yeah, but you have to also understand that the tourists are not just foreign tourists. We have local tourists who can move around.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I recommend you still do it, but on a 2-week trip. Focus Cebu, Bantayan, and then hit those other islands I mentioned. Or head over to Negros if you want to do something a little bit different. Go up to Mambucal Mountain Resort, explore around the area of Bacolod, all of that stuff. And honestly, I think an awesome 2-week trip Bantayan, Cebu, ignore Bohol and Siquijor. Everybody goes there. I mean, they're great. But head over to Mambucol Mountain Resort, then head up to Iloilo. And from Iloilo, 15-minute ride to Guimaras. Hang out on Guimaras, spend a couple of days there. You're going to have an amazing time, and you're going to see things that almost every tourist misses. Highly recommended.
I guess it boils down as well to what do you really want to see.
Yeah, how much do you want to see?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to spend time at the beach, mountains? Do you want to chase waterfalls? So, yeah, you have to ask those questions to yourself before you decide which island.
Jipoy Ramos, I have not seen 8 Miles from Home. I'll type it in so I can look at it later. My keyboard's not turned on. Go ahead and read the next question while I'm looking this one.
I can't read it. The camera is off.
Okay, I'll read it in just
on
a
the
sec.
way.
I just want to make sure I don't lose this, because maybe it could be a recommendation. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'll look into this later. Yeah, maybe this could be a recommendation in the future. I don't know. I have to look into it. Okay. Ron Hughes? Izai, how does your family feel about Cody? Oh shoot. Do I need to step in the other room? Am I supposed to hear this answer?
So far, my mom is a really strict. Like growing up, she's really strict, and most of my boyfriends, like my exes, she doesn't like most of them, like 90%.
But
yes,
I've seen things about Izai's exes, and I'm just saying, Izai's mom, I'm with you. I get it.
But yeah, with Cody, she's very supportive with our relationship. Sometimes I get mad at Cody and I tell her like for example, Cody forgot to like buy something from the groceries that I really need, and then I'm like, Cody didn't buy the correct alcohol brand.
You told her that?
Yes.
You complained about that? I told you they didn't have it. I bought literally the only...
Stop.
It's
But
just
yeah.
like, hold on. I'm getting complained.
Stop. Wait.
I'm buying the only brand available and I'm being complained about. Okay.
So she said, no, it's fine. Just be patient with him. It's because he didn't know a lot of things in the Philippines. Like, he's still not used to things.
Or it wasn't available.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like she loves Cody. I'd say that. She's very supportive. I think she already treats him as like his son. Her son, I mean, not his son. Her son.
Aw, very sweet.
Yeah.
That's really
I
good
guess
to
it's
hear.
because Cody also proved himself in Leyte. He decided when you decided to stay with us for a month, 2 months.
2 months.
Yes,
in
for
Leyte.
2 months. So she's really impressed with that.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's good to hear. I feel like I already knew that, but it's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Angry Kitten says most travel vloggers are in the Visayas, Mindanao. Visayas speakers. There are tons of people in Luzon who have no idea who's the biggest vloggers are. I guess that's true. Man, we have missed a lot of questions. Yeah, so I guess they're talking about us shouting out. Are we disconnected? Can you check if we're connected, please? I'm seeing a lot of internet issues right now.
Maybe I've paused it.
I need to refresh it. Bring it back up new. Can you guys let us know if we're good? I'm seeing issues coming in and I'm having internet issues. I'm just gonna keep going. I think it's okay. Tom Hutchinson, what are your thoughts on foreigners who go to live there but are always complaining about the Philippines? My thoughts on that, I think I've mentioned it in the past, are to leave. Leave the Philippines. If you don't like it so much and you're complaining so much about it, you don't have to stay here.
Yeah, no one's forcing you.
Yeah, nobody forced you to be here.
Oh yeah, I guess we had
We had a disconnection.
yeah, someone asked like connected.
Sometimes it stops. Now it's okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry that it's unstable. This is one of the very, very first things we're going to remedy whenever we can move.
Yeah.
It's really, really... It does bother me a lot that we can't have a stable stream. It's aggravating. I know it comes off extremely unprofessional.
It is.
But, okay.
Okay, so between those... Oh, okay. Angry Kittens is just answering.
Yeah, they were just replying. Scorpio7 says, are you friends with Finding Tom? What are your thoughts on Pinoy baiting? Scorpio7, did you say you were new here? I'm not sure, because we have definitely talked about this. I'm not friends with Finding Tom. Nothing against him. I just never met him. I don't know him. I did watch his Pinoy baiting video, and I did make my own response video to his Pinoy baiting video that I then deleted, because I realized that Pinoy baiting is an extremely deep topic. We were on the side of we are against Pinoy baiting, just so you know what side we stand on. But we also realized that it's a very deep topic, and we...
Yeah, it's, what's debatable.
Very debatable. So
yeah, that's the term.
We really try not to get into it too much anymore, to be honest. But that's kind of where we've landed on it. Ron said, Cody, marry her after the pandemic, man! God dang, we're gonna have to get married after the pandemic.
I feel like we're, what's that, Hiccup and Astrid?
I was thinking the same thing. We were watching How to Train Your Dragon 3 last night, and they're telling them to get married.
Yes.
It's like, guys, we're not ready, dude. Jeff said, what's up, guys? Just found your channel. Spent a couple of weeks in Cebu last?
Maybe last year?
Maybe. Love being able to revisit through your vids. Thank you so much, Jeff, if you're still in here. That is awesome. I'm so glad. Thanks for becoming a wanderer.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Kiko Luita. Where did Izai study? Did she go to university? She's very articulate and intelligent.
Thank you. That's a product of Cebu Normal University.
A normal line.
Yes.
Jeff said, what part of town do you live in? Can you don't put your feet there, wait. If you put your feet on this one, it shakes it and the mic will have a sound. Does it matter if we say? I feel like everyone knows where we live at this point.
Yeah, town.
We're in Cebu City.
Yeah, we're in Cebu.
On the island of Cebu in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
I mean, people know what barangay and even what apartment we live in, but...
For sure.
You can do more research to find that.
But it's near IT Park. Near IT Park and near Banilad Town Center.
Logan said his girlfriend's the same with laundry and towels and stuff.
Oh, so yeah, it's culture.
Cody talks like Filipino. Sometimes I'll break into... Jerry John E. Fernando.
Welcome.
Thank you for subscribing.
You are officially a wanderer.
We should start going like, you're a wanderer. Sometimes what I was saying, sometimes I break into like slight Filipino accent just because I've been here for so long. Like it'll just come out of nowhere. And it's good for me learning to speak the language better to do that sometimes. Cody, where you're from, you're picking up Filipino accent. I'm from Indiana. But, yeah, I hear Filipinos all day. So
he hears me all day. That's what he meant.
But even when I'm not just with you, I'm hearing Filipinos when we're out and about. Scorpio7 wants to know what your job is. They said, what's your girlfriend's job? This is Izai, not just my girlfriend, if you're new here.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Izai. I-Z-A-I.
You're so fussy.
So, he wants to know what your job is.
I'm working as a virtual assistant for an Australian customer.
Who doesn't live in Australia?
Who doesn't live in Australia?
Anymore.
But yeah, so I'm working more of a customer service type of thing, marketing, digital marketing, things like that.
Neat Bond, you're a subscriber.
New subscriber, whoop whoop! Welcome to Team Wondering. Team Wondering.
Boo boo boo. Team Wondering, that's good. Hold on, we have a lot of people just talking amongst themselves. Might just skip Leyte and go to Davao. Yeah, Angry Kittens love the name. Yeah, they're just talking amongst themselves.
Which is really good.
Yeah, that's great. We
I
highly
love
recommend
it.
that. Just trying to find the questions. Oh my gosh. Where's... Hey, it's the Philippines. The internet isn't always the best. Just do your best. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for
But still,
understanding.
we still want to get it better.
Yes, it's because we don't have our own internet connection. So that's the reason why it's very bad. But hopefully when we get our own wired connection,
Yes.
it will be
Once we
better.
can plug in LAN cables, it will improve things
Yes.
so much. Boo, 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 boo. So much talking amongst themselves.
What is Pinoy baiting, if you don't mind me asking?
Pinoy baiting is essentially lying, exaggerating, or not being totally truthful to your viewers, Filipino viewers, while using the Philippines culture, country, or people to increase your views and subscribers. It's kind of a hard thing to, just go watch Juicy Vlogs and you'll know what it is. Just go watch, it's very hard to explain. Oh my god, did I just get us canceled?
Why did you do that?
We've had comments that say it before, they know. Anyway, hey Logan. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
the.
so much for all the support. Really, every podcast you're here. Thank you so much.
Yes, that's true. Hey Logan, you're always here. Thank you. Let's just move on. No, Mayor San Jose. Hello, keep safe always. Looking forward to your travel vlog again. Thank you so much. GV said, hey Cody and Izai.
Hello.
What's up, GV? Mike Myers said, hey Cody and Izai. What's up, Mike? I feel like I see you in here every now and then. I think you've made it to every podcast for at least a minute.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for dropping by. And everything else, they're just talking amongst themselves. From my research, try to get PLDT fiber. That's literally what we have.
Yes, right now.
But, like we said, we're not LAN. We're using it. Our apartment has it. We're using it public. So that's why we,
Yeah.
That's probably what we'll have. But we'll have a LAN cable.
Angry Kittens the shade. Alo, can I agree about Juicy Vlogs though?
Guys, we're not trying to call anyone out. I swear to God, it was a total slip. It wasn't a slip. I did it on purpose. But there's other Pinoy baiters too. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. This is what we're trying to say. I'm not putting down Juicy Vlogs for the type of content they make. This is the opinion that we've taken on it. Is that it's different for different people. It's entertainment. It's marketing. It's however you want to do it. What you do and what your audience responds to. What they like.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really mixed on Pinoy baiting at this point. I don't agree with it.
We still don't support it. We don't agree with it. And it's not something that we really want to do purposely with our channel. But, yeah.
But others who do, we're also not any longer trying to tell you shouldn't do that. You need to stop.
Yeah, it's not like we're not trying to support the cancel culture where it's like, don't watch those people because they're Pinoy baiting.
Yes.
It's not like that.
We don't support cancel culture at all.
Yes.
So, yes, I said Juicy Vlogs, but I'm not telling you to go cancel them either.
Yes.
It's just their content.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that they're all the way Pinoy baiters. I'm just saying that they tend to lean more toward it than some other people.
Yes. So if you enjoy their content or whoever it is, those vloggers, if you enjoy it, then go for it. It's not like something that we yeah.
The Angry Kitten says everyone already knows anyway.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. Like when you're a YouTuber, you'd really try to walk a thin line. You don't want to.
Yeah.
Because they do have a lot of viewers, and people could definitely come from there and be like, oh, look at this little channel, and try to cancel us for calling them out. Cancel culture is really the problem, to be honest. You can't have an open discussion about
things.
about things anymore.
It's because when people don't agree with you, they try to cancel you.
Yeah, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't end up canceling you, if you still make it through, it's still just...
Yeah.
It's not great. Juicy Vlogs has a weird accent and they speak really fast. They're British, guys. It's not a weird accent. It's a British accent. Guys, I'm not trying to hate on them as people.
Yeah, they say, are they Brits?
They are definitely British.
Yeah.
Tony unsubscribed from Juicy Vlogs. Not what I'm interested in. And yes, someone said they keep recommending them. That's what Pinoy baiting does. When you Pinoy bait like that, you're really getting high up in...
Whoop whoop! Thank you so much, Jepoy Ramos, for donating.
That is so awesome, Jepoy. You rock. I think you've donated every episode.
Yes.
Jepoy said, just check Lazada and saw dual head lav mics, 600 pesos. Hope this helps improve your audio.
Aw, thank you.
Will Lazada, please let me know. Will Lazada ship to Cebu City right now?
I think so, but
Isn't
it's
only essentials?
I don't know.
I know it was. It was before. Let me know, and if we can, I'll look into it. Maybe we can get them. What we really want, though, we really want to get dynamic mics. We're going to have 2 different dynamic mics coming in on arms right at us. It will be perfect. But I can look into the Lav setup. Let's see. I'll see what they've got and see if it will work with the computer and with what we want. If not, then that 14, don't worry, we'll still put it aside to go into getting the mic setup that will work for us. So it's still going to go toward mics either way, but I'll look into it. They are Austrian? No. Austrian is making it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juicy Vlogs is British.
Yeah.
Making it happen is Austrian. But I see you're getting them mixed up. Which might... Okay, I won't say anymore.
The posh BGC types.
Posh
yeah,
BGs.
Posh. Yeah. The ones who like live in the high end.
High end. Part of the Philippines.
Yes.
I've never been. I can't talk down on it. Sure, it's beautiful.
For sure.
I'd love to visit.
Yeah.
Jetboy says, great podcast as usual. See y'all next week, Wonders. Peace out, Jetboy.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donation and all the help. You really do rock.
Yeah,
Here
Angry
every
Kittens.
week.
Yeah. Angry Kitten said cancel culture keeps fighting the wrong battles. I agree.
I agree. I think my problem with cancel culture, if we want to get into that at all, is not just that you can't have a conversation and can't talk about things, but it also doesn't let people grow. Legitimately, I could be canceled for things that me and my friends said back in
Convention
reviews. We actually unlisted a few videos because there's things we said that at the time we were 18 years old, fresh out of high school, didn't know anything about the world. They weren't even something that at the time would have been seen as that big of a deal to say. But the world changes and things become a big deal. You can't say those things anymore. And we don't say things like that anymore. We've grown up. We're not those people anymore. But that's my problem with cancel culture, is it sees everything in a vacuum. So if people see that, then you can start sharing those things and it's like, they're such terrible people, look at everything that they've done, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, we're not those people anymore.
Yeah.
Cancel culture makes it to where it's impossible for people to grow and change as humans.
Yes. You have to understand that people change, people grow. Yeah, maybe for the better, for the worst, but we don't know that, so...
You have to look who the person is now.
Instead of, like, judging them from their past.
And stop canceling and start teaching. That's something I wish more people would do. In cancel culture, start teaching culture. Educate these people that you want to cancel on a better way. And don't just silence them. What kind of world are we living in where you just silence anybody that you disagree with? I don't think it's right, personally. Getting all worked up over here. Angry Kitten says, yeah, it works for the YouTube's algorithm, hence why many people do it. Yeah, that's why people Pinoy bait. It works on YouTube's algorithm, what's the word I'm looking for? Rewards Pinoy baiters, unfortunately. That's why we have taken a little while to grow, but I'm really happy with our audience. I'm happy with the people that do watch us. I'm glad we have... The difference is, this is something I don't think a lot of people talk about with Pinoy baiting, is that when you Pinoy bait like that, you get a lot of like fair weather fans. You get people that are watching only because you're talking about something that they're really, really interested in, and a lot of people don't watch just for you and for the vlog that you're making, the content that you're actually responsible for. And so when those people leave the Philippines, you'll see a lot. Their views plummet. Like, I'm not talking drop a little. Anyone who leaves a country they've been popular in and goes somewhere else, their views will tank a little bit. Maybe even half.
Yes.
Because that just happens. But when it's a Pinoy baiter and they leave, you just watch their views. It just plummets to the ground. It becomes like nothing at all. It's insane because the viewers are not there for you. They're there
For the content.
for what you're baiting.
Yes.
So when you build it up slower the way we have, or the way that Finn, Fighter Boys in general, all of these type of vloggers have, then they're there for you. They're there for your actual
Wisdom.
product.
Yes.
So, yeah, your wisdom or whatever. You know, it's not...
Yeah, so they're there for your bait. And once the bait is not there anymore, they're gone.
It's like you're fishing. Think of Pinoy bait. You got the fishing pole in there. You've got your Pinoy bait on the hook. Once that Pinoy bait falls off, the fish just go away. They go to the other Pinoy bait. The other one's fishing. There's plenty of people Pinoy baiting. They don't need you anymore.
Yes.
So if you're a new vlogger starting, my biggest recommendation to you is do not Pinoy bait, but instead take the slow route. Accept that it could take multiple years to grow. Just accept this and just work really hard, and you will have a much tighter fan base and core.
Yes. And it will make your channel healthier.
Much healthier. It's one of the best things you can do, guys. I super recommend to go through the struggle. Don't be impatient.
I think a lot of people as well might mix up Pinoy baiting for clickbaiting.
Yeah, that's another thing really quick, and then I want to get off this Pinoy baiting topic. Pinoy baiting, clickbaiting, boy baiting is when you're specifically exaggerating or lying about something for the views. Clickbaiting is still acceptable, I believe, as long as you deliver on that clickbait.
Yes.
That's the difference to us, at least. You can tell me if you disagree. But
Oh, your brother is here now. Welcome, Chris.
welcome, Chris. Starting from the bottom.
Yeah, we've shown your art.
It was a
while
big
ago.
hit. People loved it, and they won it on shirts.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to happen. Do I have to pay you commission for every shirt sold?
Of course, you would ask for that. Don't. You shouldn't have asked.
ATX Bandit said, so what time of the year would be best to visit Leyte? Originally, I was going to go back in April, then next month, but now it will have to be sometime next year, visiting girlfriend's family in Bato.
Oh, in Bato. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We know Bato.
Yes, that's where the fighter boys met.
I think it's best, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's best to go, I think Leyte is best early in the year before June. Around June when rainy season hits, they get hit with a lot
I'm
of...
not sure who's meowing.
Someone's meowing here.
Is it Tamimi?
I don't know. It sounds like Babe.
No, it's Tamimi. Babe is beside you.
In June, they start getting hit with a lot more Baguio. Wally Wall said, I say what I want. If people don't like it, they don't have to listen. I respect everyone's opinion. It would be boring if everyone thought alike. I agree. But I don't know, because we are so... There's such a gap here between our podcast and what the chat we're seeing. I don't know what you're referring to. I agree with what you're saying, though. Original Sigbin, yes, agree 100%. I like jumping places. They are not Philippines-based vloggers, but stuck here. And they do pretty good from El Nido. I have watched them. I started watching them during the lockdown. And I do think they're good. I think they are really lucky to be in El Nido and get to just
For
explore
sure,
it.
they are. They really are lucky.
I would love to be locked down there. And just so you know where my position is, I do not view them as Pinoy baiters at all. So they could be somebody I could shout out as a recommendation in the future.
Yeah.
I do like their videos. They're good. Original Sigbin said, that's why I'm still here.
Aww. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm going to give
Is that all the questions?
We'll give you a last chance. Any more questions you have, throw them in the chat right now. We have been on here for coming up on 2 hours.
Again.
This has been...
It's really... We enjoy this podcast.
We have such a good time. And I
Yes.
really am serious, guys, when I say you will see development in this podcast as we move forward. I've seen complaints about the lighting. There are obviously problems with the internet. Our mics are not perfect, but all of that, we know it's all being addressed. I just can't wait to see what this turns into, man. It's going to be awesome. Looks like we're even having some problems right now with it. I think our number one things we're going to hit is internet and mics.
Yep. Because we have a really good lighting at the new place.
Yeah, the lighting is great at the new place. Well, lighting is going to have to be low, though, until we can get a cam link on this.
Yeah.
It's the program's problem. We could make lighting here a bit better, but it's the program. We have to buy a cam link, which costs, like, money. You need 2 live streams a week? We honestly were afraid one is too much, because this isn't our normal content, and I don't want to scare away our typical viewers who just watch the vlogs.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is gonna... We'll see what happens, guys.
Yeah, this is something we enjoy.
We do love it.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And I don't see many more questions coming in, so guys, we're gonna cut it there. If your question comes in after this right now, leave it in the comments, leave it in the community post that will be posted soon, or throw it in the drive. Not the drive, it's in my Google Drive, but in the Google Forms. I'm gonna clear it out right now. So anybody who asks anything, here we go. I'm clearing it out. Okay, well, I'll clear it out in a second. I don't know how to do it. Raymond, you just missed the podcast. Welcome, but we are wrapping it up right now. Yes, so leave all your questions. Google form, anywhere. I have one. One is enough.
Maybe cancel it. 1 is enough. See ya.
Oh, 1 is enough for the podcast, for the live stream.
Yeah.
It may go down from 1.
But, what's that? Trucker said, I have one. I have a question. Do you have a question?
Well, Trucker, if you have a question, if we don't, we're wrapping up, so yeah.
Angry Kitten said your mouth lagged behind the sound, so you look like one of those dubbed Vuxia films.
It's just a problem with the internet.
Oh, a lot of chats are coming in.
I need a video capture card. Yeah, I don't have to get Camlink. I just want to use a good capture card because I've used crappy capture cards in the past, and I'm not doing that again. That is one of the most stressful things in the world. I would rather spend the more money and make sure that it works. Like, you don't understand. The first time I streamed, I was using this cheaper capture card because I was like, let's go cheap. We don't need to get something so crazy. It's just lower quality. It's not the quality that's the problem. You'll have so many connection issues. Be right in the middle of streaming and it'll just stop working. Like,
someone's asking, is Primary Homes open yet? Trucker is asking.
What's that mean?
I'm not sure. Have you been to the mall? Is not open right now. It's just the groceries, right?
Yeah, all of the groceries are open.
So yeah.
In SM Mall. It's about 600 pesos only. I'm not spending only 600 pesos on a capture card, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna buy something that can last us and will do very good. This is my it's not a problem, but it's a thing with me. I don't cheap out on stuff that matters. Like when it comes to something that needs to last, is gonna be important.
Yeah.
We do not cheap out on it. That's why we bought a good camera.
Made in China, no.
But yeah, that's why we bought a good camera. That's why anything else we buy for all of this to make it better, it's gonna be... I'm not saying I'm gonna spend millions of dollars, but I'm gonna spend at least medium range. I will not go low end to make this stuff work. Okay, guys.
Thank you so much for spending your morning or evening with us.
Yes. Oh my god, you know what we should make?
What?
An outro. You want to just play the intro again for the outro?
Yes. Because a lot of you guys missed it.
Yeah, you weren't here. We're going to jump back to the intro for the outro. You guys get ready. Thank you guys so much.
See you again for the next weekend. I'm Izai and this is Cody. And thank you again for joining us.
And thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the
Yes.
support. You guys are seriously keeping us going during this lockdown, and it is absolutely amazing.
It has been a really good podcast.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Sorry it was late, but it went well.
All right, are you ready for the outro?
Here we go, guys. This was the intro. Maybe we'll start using it for the outro or make a new one. I don't know.
All right, take care, guys. Keep safe. Thank you so much again.
And 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.